Welcome. Your home for Hornets softball all season long is 104.3 and 960 Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza, Les Schwab Tires, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club, and by Klamath Falls Honda Subaru.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets Softball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com. It's been a turbulent few days, but with the weather looking nice on a fine Tuesday, we are just about ready for some Skyline Conference softball between the hometown Henley Hornets and the visiting MAZAMA Vikings. Each of these teams coming in at different ends of the conference standings, as Henley is still undefeated in conference play with a blistering 7-0 start. The MAZAMA Vikings come into play 3-4 after their first 7 games of the regular season, meeting here on a Tuesday after rain outs over the weekend. We'll take a look at the updated schedule for both of these teams, as well as how the Skyline Conference is shaking out with just 1 week to go in the regular season. Of course, we'll have starting lineups and first pitch next on mybasin.com.
Corey and Zach lingered in foster care for years, longing for a permanent place to call home. They lost hope.
I felt alone in the world. I didn't feel loved. Every day felt like a lost cause. I thought, who would want to adopt an older child?
I thought, I'm going to end up on the streets. That's just how it's going to be.
Thankfully, Corey and Zach's journey changed when they were adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
It's really difficult to wonder how you're going to make it. I'm not going to have that problem now. I just won't. Because I have a family.
Today, Corey and Zach have bright futures. But every year, thousands of youth age out of foster care with no permanent family and no safety net. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
I had an important job, and it wasn't just a job, it was keeping my brothers and sisters safe. And coming back, it felt like kind of thrown away. If it hadn't been for Wounded Warrior Project, I honestly don't know if I would be here. It was like, I got my family back again. We all felt the connection, like that brother and sisterhood.
See how Wounded Warrior Project empowers women veterans like Donna by visiting woundedwarriorproject.org/empowerwomenvets.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, there are a million reasons to share love.
And I am one of them.
There are a million reasons to share love, but you only need one. To learn how you can share love, visit loveshriners.org.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
We are just a few minutes away from first pitch here at Henley High School. Josh Eldridge along with you for some Skyline Conference softball as the Hornets have taken the field. It's time now to meet the starting 9 for the MAZAMA Vikings. Leading off for MAZAMA, and at shortstop is Shaylee Butcher, followed by the catcher Sarah Estes. The pitcher Kaylin Davis bats third, followed by the cleanup hitter Margaret Pisano at third base. At second base, it's Armida Kirkpatrick. In center field, batting sixth, it's Lily Kennel, along with Brooklyn Nickerson at first base and hitting seventh. Batting eighth is Janet Pena, the designated player. And rounding out the MAZAMA order is Malia Anderson in right field. First pitch, a few minutes early this afternoon as it's fired in for a strike. Annie Campos in the circle for the Hornets this afternoon. No different than any of the other league games so far. The 0-1 pitch taken high. Ball and a strike. Shaylee Butcher, right-handed hitting shortstop for the Vikings, just getting things started this afternoon. Campos back in the circle to deliver the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. It is taken outside, just outside. That'll be ball 2. Campos works in that fastball along with the off-speed stuff late in counts. Usually later on in the game, too, as she fires in a low fastball for ball 3. Hornets today wearing their navy blue, very dark blue jerseys. The yellow trim around the numbers and the white pants with pinstripes, yellow socks for the Hornets today. For the Vikings, blue jerseys, gray pants, blue socks with blue caps. Count is full to Shaylee Butcher. And it's going to miss high, so Butcher aboard first with a lead-off walk. We saw against Hidden Valley just about a week ago from Campos. They were on the road and ended up surrendering 6 walks in that game. Uncharacteristic, starting this thing off with a leadoff walk. Pitch in the dirt to Estes, taken low for a ball. Around the diamond for the Hornets. Behind the dish, it's Fitzpatrick with Nichols at third, Hudson at short with Moore at second, and Birch at first. We'll get you the outfield after this as the 1-0 pitch is coming toward Estes. It's taken on the outside for a strike. In left field, it's Liliana Segura. Anna Harper in center field with Alana Benson in right today for the Hornets. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It is lifted in shallow left field. It is caught by Hudson. What a catch, going backwards, securing the first out of the first inning. Bring up Kaylin Davis, the pitcher, batting with the runner aboard at first and just one away in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch from Campos, taken for strike one. Campos comes with the heat early in the ball game, and so you'll rely on the breaking stuff later in the game. And if you're a pitching coach, that's exactly how you like it for Annie. See what she comes with here, and an 0-1 count to Davis. It's taken high, runner on the move from first. The throw is in time. They got her trying to swipe second. 2 away in the top of the first, and now nobody on for Davis. Pitch was a called ball, so it's 1-1, the count to Davis. Left-handed hitter. As that caught stealing certainly changes the perplexion of this inning. Swing and a miss, a ball and 2 strikes. Campos looks in, gathers the sign from Fitzpatrick. Ready to kick and deliver. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. And that will end the top of the first inning. Still scoreless as we head to the bottom half on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video on mybasin.com.
May is Wildfire Awareness Month, and it's the perfect time to create space around your home that is lean, clean, and green. Where homes meet nature, the wildfire risk is real. Keep rooftops and gutters free of burnable debris and overhanging branches. Prune up tree limbs and keep your grass mowed short. Keep the space under outside decks and stairways clean of debris and combustible materials. And always have fire tools on hand. Go to keeporegongreen.org to learn more about wildfire prevention. Sponsored by the Keep Oregon Green Association, the Oregon Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
Getting ready for the bottom of the first inning. The Henley Hornets going up against Kaylin Davis in the circle for the Vikings. And their batting order goes like this. Leading off in center field, it's Anna Harper, followed by Annie Campos, the pitcher, batting second. The catcher, Lily Fitzpatrick, hits third, followed by the shortstop, Natalie Hudson, batting cleanup for the Hornets. Liliana Segura is in left field and batting fifth, with the designated player Ashlyn Cernowski hitting sixth. Isabel Birch is at first base today and hitting seventh, with Samantha Moore batting eighth at second base. Alana Benson rounds out the Henley order in right field today. Again, Kaylin Davis in the circle for the Vikings. And Harper stepping in against the left-handed throwing Kaylin Davis. To my memory, the first left-hander that the Hornets have faced this conference season. First pitch is taken for a strike on the outer third to Harper. has done a fine job in the leadoff spot for the Hornets. But Anna Harper sends one deep into left field, and a leadoff home run for Anna Harper. Who said leadoff hitters need to get on base? Anna Harper is going to touch them all as the Hornets score and lead 1-0. That'll bring up Annie Campos. Campos went deep in an 8-7 victory against Hidden Valley last week. Hornets were supposed to play Hidden Valley on Saturday, right back here, but weather had delayed that to Monday, and then rain continuing through Monday had pushed that Hidden Valley game to next Monday, which will be the 15th of May. That is when the Hornets look to wrap up their series with the Mustangs. In the meantime, beginning a series here today against the Vikings. Just one game this afternoon, with two more to be played on Friday at Mazama High School. It's a 3-0 count to Annie Campos. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike as Davis finds the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike to Campos. Pitch misses low. Annie aboard first with a 5-pitch walk, and that brings up Lily Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick also hitting a home run against Hidden Valley. As a matter of fact, it was back-to-back long shots for Campos and Fitzpatrick last week. We've also got a new runner in for the Hornets on first base as well, running for Campos. Here's the delivery from Davis as Fitzpatrick takes that one high for a ball. Around the diamond for Mazama. Estes is behind the dish with Pisano at third, Butcher at short with Kirkpatrick at second, and Nickerson at first. We'll get you the outfield after this 1-0 pitch. It is fouled back. A ball and a strike to Fitzpatrick. From left to right in the Mazama outfield, it's Kennel, and Anderson. Ball and a strike to Fitzpatrick. Here's the delivery from Davis. Slow roller in front of third. The throw on to third is in time from Pisano. Runner advances to second. That's Northcutt. Natalie Hudson to bat now for Henley, and she's known to have some power in her bat as well. The first pitch is fouled back. Runner at second is Northcutt, and Hudson at the dish. Again, the Mazama Vikings challenging the Henley Hornets in baseball right behind us at Rosser Field. Best we can, we'll keep you updated on that score as we move throughout the afternoon as well. Count 0-2 to Hudson. Finds herself down quick. Here's the pitch. Hudson takes ball one on the outside. Waiting on deck is Liliana Segura. Pitch is swung on and missed. Hudson goes down on strikes for the second out. Now it'll be up to Segura. Try to drive in that runner sitting out there on second base. Hornets did a nice job with runners in scoring position in their one-run victory against Hidden Valley, just leaving 4 runners on, whereas Hidden Valley left 11, losing by 1 run. It's a ball taken high to Segura. Pitch is taken for a strike. 1-1 to Segura. The Hornets coming into today's ball game ranked second in the state, only behind Scappoose, who's got a 16-2 overall record. Pitch is fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes to Segura. Hornets also in control of first place in the Skyline Conference with that perfect 7-0 record. Hidden Valley swiftly behind them with a 6-1 league mark. Pitch is taken wide. 2-2 now to Segura. Vikings find themselves in 4th place in the conference. 3-4 overall this season, at least in league play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the delivery to Segura is swung on and missed. Segura goes down on strikes. And that will end the inning. 1 run on 1 base hit. It was a solo shot from Anna Harper. The Hornets leave 1 stranded in scoring position, and they lead 1-0. More Hornets softball next on mybasin.com.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet, too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Limited time offer while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Veterans, did you lose your job due to the COVID-19 pandemic? The Veteran Rapid Retraining Assistance Program offers education and training for high-demand jobs. Learn more and apply today. Visit va.gov/VRRAP.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
Getting ready for the top of the second inning. Middle of the Mazama order due up as they trail 1-0 to the Henley Hornets. Margaret Pisano, Armida Kirkpatrick, and Lily Kennel due up. Already a 1-0 count to Pisano. Here's the delivery from Campos. Taken for a strike. In the outer third of the plate to Pisano. Right-handed hitting cleanup batter for Mazama. 1-1 count to her now. Campos ready with the delivery. Swung on and missed, and Campos gets ahead in the count. A ball and 2 strikes to Pisano. Already struck out 1 in that last half inning. Known for her swing and miss stuff. We'll see what she comes with now. Ahead in the count to Pisano. Campos looks in and gathers the sign from Fitzpatrick. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and missed. Campos gets her on the off-speed pitch. And that'll be the first out this inning. And brings up Armida Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, the second baseman, batting 5th in the order for Mazama today. Vikings, losers of 3 of their last 4 games. They were swept by Hidden Valley and ended up collecting a win against Klamath Union back on Wednesday, 14-4. They were supposed to meet the Pelicans again on Saturday, but of course got rained down, as well as the Hornets, with the storm pretty much raining everything out in the Klamath Basin that was scheduled. And if you're from the area, you know it was a busy weekend in sports over the weekend, as it's a 2-0 count to Armida Kirkpatrick. Here's the delivery from Campos. It is taken low, 3-0. So not only did the Hornets have to move their game, but the Vikings as well, along with the Oregon Tech softball and baseball teams having to move times, and in the case of the baseball team, move locations entirely as the 3-0 pitch is taken for strike 1 from Kirkpatrick. Lady Owls softball team claiming the conference tournament over the weekend after multiple rain delays. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Taken high for ball 4 as Kirkpatrick is on base with 1 away in the second. It's going to bring up Lily Kennel, the center fielder for MAZAMA. In the case of the Oregon Tech baseball team, they had to move all the way to Eugene after earning the right to host the conference tournament after winning the regular season title. Ended up playing at the Hamlin Sports Complex in Eugene as that pitch makes its way to the backstop. Advancing to second and in safely is Kirkpatrick. So now Kennel bats with a runner in scoring position and just one out. (1-0) the count to Kennel. The pitch swung on and missed inside to the right-hander. A ball and a strike. One pitch on the way is taken in the dirt, but Fitzpatrick keeps it in front of her behind the dish. 2-1. As a matter of fact, Oregon Tech Owls baseball team made their way to Eugene today to play Lewis Clark State in the semifinal. And no rain in the forecast, hopefully, for the rest of today, although if you look, what would that be, westward here from Henley High School, there is a dark cloud floating this way, but it takes some time to get here. Not expected to see rain until after 7 o'clock tonight here in the Basin, as it's a walk to Kennel. Puts runners at first and second with one away. Brooklyn Nickerson now to bat, first baseman for MAZAMA. Campos has been good with runners on base. Doesn't let too much get to her. It was again against Hidden Valley, where, partially a detriment by the Mustangs to leave 11 runners on base. But also, it's a positive attribute for Annie Campos, who doesn't let the moment get too big for her. We'll see how she does here with a runner in scoring position and one out. First pitch to Nickerson is taken high. Ball one. Here's the delivery to Nickerson. She takes that one for a strike. 1-1 as she let that one go right down Main Street. Campos back in the circle. Twists, kicks, and delivers. It is fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes to Nickerson. And Campos, while dominant this season for the most part, does end up throwing a lot of pitches. So as games go on, it's something we'd noticed against the Mustangs and the Pelicans earlier in the season. The 1-2 pitch is taken, gets to the backstop. Runner from second on the move. Sliding into third safely is Kirkpatrick. Kennel on the move to second as well. 2 runners in scoring position for Nickerson in a 2-2 count. But as Campos engages in these long innings, chance for the Vikings to really see what she's throwing up there. The pitch is taken for a ball. Now the count is full. First base is open with Janet Pena on deck. Hornets lead 1-0 early. We're in the top of the second inning. The Skyline Conference matchup. Full count pitch. It is bounced out towards Campos. Up with it. She goes home with it. The throw is not in time, and everybody's safe. The Vikings knot things up at 1 apiece. Advancing to third was Kennel, so now runners at the corners for Janet Pena. You can see the dirt a little bit too once it's dug up here. The grounds crew at Henley High School, the coaching staff is done a phenomenal job of getting this field back into playing shape after it was abused by the weather over the weekend. Came out here on Saturday when game against Hidden Valley was supposed to be played. The teams were on the field warming up. It was raining, snowing at some points, and puddles forming around second base and continuing to rain over the weekend, even into the late hours last night. But the guy is working on the field. Did a great job getting it ready for today. You could hardly tell that there was puddles on the field this morning. 0-2 count to Janet Pena. It is flared into right field. It is down for a base hit. One run has come around to score. And that is going to be an RBI double as the Vikings take a 2-1 lead. Scoring on the play was Kennel. Advancing to third, Nickerson. And Pena aboard at first with a single. That's going to bring up Malaya Anderson. Here's the pitch to Anderson. Takes the first one for a strike. Anderson, the ninth hitter in the Vikings order. On deck is Sheila Butcher. Showing bunt, pulls back in time. It was high for a ball. 1-1 to Anderson. Already 2 runs home in the inning for the Vikings as they lead 2-1 in the top of the second inning against the Henley Hornets. That pitch is taken low and in for a ball against Anderson. 2-1. Campos maybe feeling a little bit squeezed after that call, but ready to throw again to Malia Anderson. The right-hander steps in. The pitch taken for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Anderson knotted up in the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the top of the second. The delivery from Campos. Swung on and missed on the high heater as Anderson goes down on strikes. And that will bring up Sheila Butcher. Butcher walked and was left stranded her first time up. Batting here with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 away in the second. Here's the first pitch to her. Campos pulls the string on that one, finds the zone for strike 1. The delivery is taken down and in. Ball 1 to Butcher. On second, it's Pena. On first, it's on third, it's Nickerson. Pardon me. And that pitch found the zone for a strike. 1-2, the count to Butcher. Campos trying to get her team out of this jam. Here's the pitch. It is a slow roller in front of the circle. Campos up with it. Underhand toss to first is in time, but the Vikings score 2 on 2 base hits in the inning. They leave 2 stranded, and they lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Here's a powerful lesson in marketing. Too much of a good thing ultimately can be a bad thing. Bed Bath & Beyond, founded in 1971, used coupons sporadically to entice customers. Then, in the late 1990s, they went all in. Couponing can be an effective marketing strategy, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Couponing isn't the only reason for their demise, but over time, their customers became addicted to the now infamous blue coupons. In 2019, they tried to cut back. Shoppers stopped shopping. Bed Bath & Beyond is now Bed Bath & Bankrupt. In the 8 core rules for effective couponing, rule number 3 is make them easy to use. Far too often, coupons have too many disclaimers and intimidate shoppers. I'm Scott Allen with Basin Media Active. If you'd like to learn more about effective coupon marketing, give us a call at this station and join us next time for more sound advice for your business.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
It's going to be 6, 7, and 8 in the Henley order due up this half inning. That's Ashlyn Cernowski, Isabel Birch, and Samantha Moore. As the Hornets trail 2-1, heading to the bottom of the second inning. Here's the first pitch to Cernowski, taken high for a ball as we get you back into the action. Cernowski, the designated player, hitting for Susie Nichols today. Here's the 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike. Evens the count at 1 to Cernowski, and as we take a peek behind us, find that the Hornets baseball team is leading the Vikings 3-0. Swung on and missed, a ball and 2 strikes to Cernowski. Trailing in the count to Kaylin Davis. Here's the delivery. Swung on and missed, and Cernowski swung right over the fastball and is down on strikes for the first out in the second. 3 consecutive strikeouts dating back to last inning for Davis. In steps Isabel Birch. Henley coming in riding the hot streak of hot streaks right now. They have won 8 ball games in a row coming into today's matchup, and again find themselves ranked 2nd in the state of Oregon. A ball and a strike now to Isabel Birch. Behind them in those standings, or pardon me, in front of them, it's Scappoose, as we'd mentioned. Staten is ranked 3rd with the Dalles at number 4. Pendleton is ranked 5th. With LeGrand at number 6. Astoria is ranked 7th, followed by Hidden Valley at number 8. Marshfield is ranked 9th, and St. Helens is number 10 in the state of Oregon. Down on strikes goes Birch for the second out. Brings up Samantha Moore. Moore starting at second today for the Hornets. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Off-speed pitch had Moore out in front. 0-1 the count to her. On deck, Alana Benson waiting for an opportunity as Davis, the left-handed pitcher for Mazama, fires in. Ball 1 to Moore. Henley making it to the quarterfinals last season. Seem in a similar position to make a good run this year, if they stay healthy, of course. 1-2 the count to Moore. But still having to close out the regular season strong. The series against Mazama ending on Friday. Pair of games slated for Monday against Hidden Valley. Pitch is taken wide. 2-2 the count to Moore. And it was the Vikings last year who stole a game from Henley at home. A slow roller out to third. Throw on to first is not in time. Beating out the infield single was Samantha Moore. And that'll give Alana Benson a chance this inning. Number 9 hitter in the Henley order, batting with 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. Here's the pitch. It is hit high, but foul. Out of play, 0-1. Broke a string of 5 straight batters retired for Davis after that base hit. And the count 0-1 to Benson. Here's the pitch. Taken outside for a strike. Looked to be some kind of running change up there. 0-2 the count to Benson with 2 outs and a runner aboard at first in the second inning. Henley trailing 2-1. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. 1 hit, 1 runner left for the Hornets, but no runs as they trail 2-1 heading to the top half of the third inning. You've got Hornets softball on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Subaru. Something really special happened here the other day. Some longtime customers got their 5th Subaru from us.
And I'm Jill. We all thought that was pretty cool, but it wasn't the special thing. The special thing was even cooler, a lot cooler.
They told me that the decision to buy here was easy. They said we've treated them like family every time, and they love being part of the Klamath Falls Subaru family.
Told you it was a lot cooler. Family, wow. All of us here work hard every day to make sure every customer feels like family. For us, family means honored, respected, protected, and valued.
That's not something you hear every day at a dealership.
Over the last 13 years, through the Subaru Love Promise, Subaru of America and its retailers have donated more than $200 million to national charities and over 1,440 hometown charities. We're very proud to help.
I'm Rob, and we're all glad to know you. Always comfortable, never corporate, family. Klamath Falls Subaru open 7 days a week on Washburn Way. Stop by and say hi.
For 3 and 960 Sports.
And we're back on mybasin.com. First pitch swinging for Sarah Estes and a pop out. First out in the third inning. Bring up Kaylin Davis, the pitcher, batting second for the Vikings in the top of the third. They find themselves ahead of Henley 2-1 in this third inning. Skyline Conference softball. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Davis. A little bit late on the high heat from Campos. 0 for 1 today is Davis. Struck out swinging in the first inning. Here's the delivery from Campos, the 0-1 pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-2. Campos delivers the 0-2 pitch. It is fouled off. Davis stays alive in the count. On deck is Margaret Pisano. Campos enters the circle, receives the sign, twists, kicks, and fires. Ball 2. Outfield for the Hornets. Shaded a few steps back for the left-handed hitting Davis. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is flared foul down the third base side. So we'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes to Kaylin Davis. Davis, the lone lefty in the Vikings order. The right-handed Campos ready to deliver. Taken low, just low. 2-2. The count to Davis. Good job here by Davis to try to get deep into this count after it was a 1-pitch out to Estes to lead things off for the Vikings. Here's the pitch to Davis. It is scorched foul down the third base line. So Davis really staying alive in this at-bat. Infield, playing almost in the outfield grass as well. At least Hudson and Moore are, the shortstop and second baseman. Here's the pitch. Taken low, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, 1 out in the third inning for Kaylin Davis. And she did go down on strikes her first at-bat. Campos has tried to get her chase a few times. Here is the full count pitch. It is a check swing. No, she did not. Held up in time did Davis, and she's aboarded first with a well-earned walk. Brings up Margaret Pisano. That is 4 walks issued today by Campos, bringing up Pisano here. Pisano struck out her first at-bat, hits one towards the middle of the infield. Tag applied on the lead runner, but that is all the Hornets will get. As Pisano reaches first base safely, Davis tagged out trying to advance. And that'll bring up Armida Kirkpatrick. Here's the first pitch to Kirkpatrick with 2 away in the inning. It's a check swing, held up in time did Kirkpatrick, 1-0. Kirkpatrick walked and came around to score in her first at-bat. Here's the delivery from Campos. Swung on and missed, had Kirkpatrick out in front of that one. Ball and a strike to the Mazama second baseman. Campos with the pitch. High fastball swung on and missed from Kirkpatrick. Got big eyes for the high fastball, and really had no chance of catching up to it. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Kirkpatrick. And the pitch. It is taken, gets to the backstop, and advancing to second base safely is Pisano. Safely into scoring position. And a 2-2 count now to Kirkpatrick. And Campos with the pitch. It is taken for strike 3 called, and that will end the inning. Vikings lead 2-1. They don't score no base hits in the inning. They do leave 1 runner stranded. As we head now to the bottom half of the 3rd inning on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Subaru. Something really special happened here the other day. Some longtime customers got their 5th Subaru from us.
And I'm Jill. We all thought that was pretty cool, but it wasn't the special thing. The special thing was even cooler, a lot cooler.
They told me the decision to buy here was easy. They said we've treated them like family every time, and they love being part of the Klamath Falls Subaru family.
Told you it was a lot cooler. Family, wow. All of us here work hard every day to make sure every customer feels like family. For us, family means honored, respected, protected, and valued.
That's not something you hear every day at a dealership.
Over the last 13 years, through the Subaru Love Promise, Subaru of America and its retailers have donated more than $200 million to national charities and over 1,440 hometown charities. We're very proud to help.
I'm Rob, and we're all glad to know you. Always comfortable, never corporate, family. Klamath Falls Subaru, open 7 days a week on Washburn Way. Stop by and say hi.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Anna Harper, first pitch swinging to start the 3rd inning. That's rolling to the outfield fence. Rounding first and safely in at second is Anna Harper with a lead-off double to get things started in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hornets trailing 2-1, and that brings up Annie Campos. Campos walked and was left stranded, showing bunt here. The throw down to 3rd with Harper on the move, and she's back safely as heads up base running there by Harper. Advances her to 3rd. On the bunt attempt from Campos, had Pisano, the 3rd baseman, crashing to the plate, and no one was there to cover the base as Harper in safely at 3rd. Now with nobody out and a runner at 3rd, Hornets just trying to get that run home, tie this ball game. 2-0 the count to Campos. And hits a hard one to center field over the head of the center fielder. Harper is in to score, and in safely at second is Annie Campos for an RBI double. And we are tied at 2. That's going to bring up Lily Fitzpatrick. First pitch to Fitzpatrick, swung on and missed on the outside. Fitzpatrick 0 for 1 today, grounded out in the first inning. 0-1 the count to her now as Jewel Northcutt coming in to run at second for Campos. Fitzpatrick, a big cut coming up empty. 0-2 the count to the Henley catcher. Bottom of the third inning, tied up at 2 at Henley High School Skyline Conference softball. He's back in the circle now is Kaylin Davis. Here's the pitch. Taken high and in. Good eye from Fitzpatrick to lay off in a 2-strike count. Moves it to 1-2. On deck is Natalie Hudson. Pitch in the dirt. On the move is Northcutt. Sliding into third safely for Northcutt. And still nobody out in the inning for the Hornets, and a runner at third. Hornets an opportunity to take the lead. The pitch to Fitzpatrick is lined into right field. Home to score is Northcutt. And aboard at first is Fitzpatrick with an RBI single, giving her team a lead. 3-2. Hornets lead in the bottom of the third. Stepping in now is going to be Natalie Hudson. After an RBI single from Fitzpatrick. And laying down a bunt in front of first base, and that will wind up foul. Hudson 0 for 1 today, struck out in the first inning. Finds herself behind in the count 0-1 after the foul ball on the bunt attempt. Here's the pitch from Davis. Taken for a strike, 0-2. On deck is Liliana Segura. That pitch is hit fair down the first base line and into right field. Rounding second and headed for third safely is Fitzpatrick. The ball rolls to the dugout, but only runner advancing is going to be Hudson to second. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Hornets as Segura will hit. Segura is 0 for 1 today as we've got a meeting in the circle for the Vikings. A fine time for us to remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install tires and wheels. You can come on in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. Also, today's broadcast brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin. At 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports. Ready for Segura to step in now with 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Hornets find themselves ahead of the Vikings 3-2. Here's the first pitch to Segura. It's a foul ball. After Segura, it is Ashlyn Cernowski for the Hornets. Showing bunt, and it's foul. Segura behind in the count, 0-2. The pitch from Davis. Taken for a ball, close one, as the strike zone has been small today for both Davis and Campos on the side of the Hornets. Pitch just missing the outside corner. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch to Segura. Fouled off. We'll do it again, 1-2. Behind us at Rosser Field, Hornets leading the Vikings in baseball 3-0. Davis on the rubber, steps off. Now ready to throw. Here's the 1-2. It is taken in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Segura. Hornets already 2 runs home this inning with 2 more in scoring position. Still nobody out in the third. Here's the pitch. It is hit high and deep to left field and gone. A 3-run home run for Liliana Segura. And the Hornets now lead 6-2. Second home run of the day for the Hornets, and their biggest yet. 3 runs come in to score as Henley leads now 6-2. And if there's any kind of silver lining for the Vikings, it's that you now get to face the bottom of the order with the bases empty. First pitch swung on and missed. Cernowski is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in the second. Finds herself in a 1-1 count. 5 runs home this inning for Henley and still nobody out. The pitch comes inside, finds the strike zone to Cernowski. Ball and 2 strikes to the Henley designated player. That pitch is scorched into right field and foul. Still a 2-strike count to Cernowski. Pitch from Davis. Swung on and missed as Cernowski goes down on strikes for the first out in the third. That will bring up Isabel Birch, 0 for 1 today. She also struck out in the second inning. First pitch to Birch is hit weakly in front of second base. The throw on to first is in time from Kirkpatrick. 2 outs in the third for Samantha Moore. Samantha Moore is 1 for 1 today, singled in the second and was left stranded. First pitch to her misses wide, 1-0. Another pitch low in the dirt from Davis. 2-0 to the Henley second baseman, Samantha Moore. And the pitch. That pitch is lined foul down the third base line. 2-1 now to Moore. Davis trying to get out of this inning. It's been a long one for her in the circle. The pitch taken for a strike. 2-2. One strike away from getting out of this inning. 5 runs already home for Henley. And here's the pitch. Check swing, and holding up in time is Moore on the outside pitch. Maybe a little bit high as well, as the count runs full now, 3-2. The pitch is swung on and missed, and that will end the inning, but not before the Hornets score 5 runs, 3 of which on a 3-run home run from Liliana Segura. They lead 6-2 as we head to the top half of the fourth on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Here's a way for you to save money. Half-off deals on the best food and fun in Southern Oregon. This Thursday morning at 7:45, go to BigBasinDeals.com to just pay half. Here's your Big Basin Deal of the Week.
When you think Waffle Hut and Eatery, you think delicious waffles and breakfast served all day, right? Well, how about treating your taste buds to one of their new handcrafted smash burgers made with a 3rd-pound fresh, lean Wagyu ground beef mixed with their own special seasoning and Pop Howard's secret marinade on a grilled pub-style bun. Or feed the whole crew with all-you-can-handle homemade spaghetti or fish and chips every day after 4. Every meal, every day. Waffle Hut and Eatery, 106 Main Street, downtown Klamath Falls.
The Big Basin Deal of the Week opens this Thursday morning at 7:45. Go to BigBasinDeals.com to get the biggest deals around.
Follow the Hornets all season long on MyBasin.com.
Back with you in the top of the fourth inning, 6, 7, 8 in the Mazama order due up, as it's a 4-run ball game. First pitch swinging and a ground ball towards first. Birch is up with it, onto first herself for the first out in the fourth. That'll bring up Brooklyn Nickerson, 1 for 1 today with an RBI single in the second inning. It was a 5-run bottom of the third to give Henley this lead. Now one hit into shallow right field, but foul. Campos still in the circle for the Hornets. And aside from a tough second inning, the other two have been relatively painless for her. Ground ball out to second. Moore up with it, on to Birch for the second out. Now it's Janet Pena to hit for Mazama. She also had an RBI single in that second inning, in which the Vikings scored their only 2 runs of the ball game thus far. Here's the pitch from Annie Campos. Gonna miss the zone high. Middle of the plate, but too high for Pena. It's 1-0. Campos ready to fire in the 1-0 pitch. That is fouled back. Ball and a strike. The count to the Vikings designated player. Henley outfield shaded well to the left side. Here's the pitch. Slow roller out in front of Campos. Throw on is in time. The Vikings go down in order as they trail the Hornets 6-2 heading to the bottom half of the fourth inning on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
With you now from Henley High School, getting ready for the bottom of the fourth inning with the Hornets leading 6-2. We've got Alana Benson, Anna Harper, and Annie Campos due up this half. That's 9, 1, and 2 in the Hornets' offensive order. Benson's 0 for 1 today, struck out in the second. First pitch to her is popped and caught behind first base by Nickerson. A nice play to record the first out in the fourth. And now Anna Harper to bat. 2 for 2 today. A solo home run in the first inning. And a double in which she came around to score last inning for Henley. One where they scored 5 runs. Here's the pitch to Harper. It's taken high for a ball, 1-0. Cloud cover starting to roll in over Henley High School. Right now 56 degrees in the South Basin. Should stay right around there for the rest of today's contest. Pitch misses wide, 2-0 to Anna Harper. There was worries about rain coming in and ruining the festivities once more today, but the forecast for the rain scheduled at 7 o'clock has disappeared, at least on my weather apps. So hoping that that is in fact the case. 3-0 the count now to Anna Harper. Davis delivers the 3-0 pitch. Taken for a strike as Harper looked like she was pretty much taken all the way there. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. One other game happening in the Klamath Basin today as Bonanza hosts Lost River. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Taken for a ball, and on base for the third time today is Anna Harper. And that brings up Annie Campos. Today, 1 for 1, RBI double in the third. She also walked in the first inning. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Harper breaks for second. The throw was in time, but it was wide, and so Harper is going to swipe second. And Annie Campos now batting with a runner in scoring position. And 1 away. Hornets have left 2 runners on base through the first 3 innings. Campos checks her swing there. It was in the zone regardless. A ball and a strike to the Henley pitcher. Here's a pitch. That is hit into shallow center field. The Mazama second baseman, Kirkpatrick, can't glove it. The throw to third to get Harper. And she is in there safely. Advancing to second is Campos on the error. And that'll bring up Lily Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick today is 1 for 2. RBI single in the third inning. That's now with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fitzpatrick takes that one wide. 1-0. Known for being probably the most powerful bat in the Henley order. Went deep in their last game, already has an RBI today. The MAZAMA infield a few steps in with the outfield playing back against Fitzpatrick. The pitch, it is hit on a line into left field. That is going to take one hop up against the wall, and a Harper in to score. Annie Campos rounding third. She's going to score. In at second is Lily Fitzpatrick. A 2 RBI double gives the Hornets an 8-2 lead. That'll bring up Natalie Hudson. Hudson is 1 for 2 today, struck out in the first and singled and scored in the third inning. Here's the pitch, showing bunt. That one misses wide. The throw down to third will not be in time. Swiping third is Fitzpatrick. And I believe that might be a runner in for Fitzpatrick. But hard to see the number there. Pitch misses wide. 2-0 the count to Hudson. Still just 1 out in the inning, and already 2 runs home for the Hornets as they lead by 6. That is hit high in foul territory behind first base and will remain foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count now to Hudson. Pardon me, 2 balls and 1 strike to Hudson. Here's the delivery from Davis. Taken wide, 3-1 to Hudson. Again, the Vikings infield shaded in. Going to try to get the plate at the plate on a ground ball, but that's no ground ball. That's a fly ball to center field. It's a jumping catch from Kennel. 1 run will score on the play, but a magnificent catch in center field from Kennel. Now puts 2 outs in the inning. Fitzpatrick scores, and it is a 9-2 ball game. Segura to bat now. 3-run home run her last time up. Now bats with the bases empty. And 2 out. That's another shot to left field over the head of the left fielder, Kennel. Throw in is going to be a wild one. Taken off from second and headed to third. In safely is Segura. Hitting a double and advancing on the error. Two outs for Ashlyn Cernowski. And a runner at third. Henley leading by 7. Cernowski is 0 for 2 today, a pair of strikeouts in this ball game. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution for Henley. Although, not exactly sure. It's a batting switch. See who this is batting now for the Hornets. First pitch is fouled off. looks like it's Jewel Northcutt batting now for Cernowski. Two outs and a runner aboard at third, and 0-1 count to Northcutt. That one is rolled foul down the first base line. Jewel, a left-handed hitter against the left-handed throwing Davis. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It is taken wide. 1-2 now. As they look Segura back to third. Took a sizable lead after that pitch. Almost got away from Estes behind the dish. But a nice job of keeping it in front of her. Count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Davis. It's fouled back. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. It's Northcutt's first at-bat today, although she has scored as a courtesy runner for Amy Campos. She has scored twice today. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Northcutt down on strikes, and that will end the inning. But not before the Hornets score 3 runs in the inning. They leave 1 runner stranded. They lead 9-2 as we head to the top half of the 5th on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
This is U.S. Labor Secretary Marty Walsh. If you have long-term symptoms of COVID-19, you may be entitled to work accommodations to help you stay on the job or return to work when you're ready. Learn more from our job accommodation network at askjan.org.
I suddenly collapsed. I could hardly breathe. Everything went dark.
I'm gonna help you. I'm calling 911.
Thankfully, 2 wings of light landed on my chest, and I was brought back to life. A stranger, a fearless hero, touched my heart and saved my life. Our hand. heart.org/CPR heroes.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Back with you for the 5th inning of action as the Henley Hornets lead the Mazama Vikings in Skyline Conference softball to score 9-2 in the top of the 5th inning. Due up this half for the Vikings. It's Malia Anderson along with Sheila Butcher and Sarah Estes. It's 9-1-2 in the Vikings order. In the 5th inning, they've got quite the hill to climb, and now would be the time to start doing it. 7-run is the disadvantage for the Vikings. Here is the 0-1 pitch on its way to Anderson. Showing bunt and fouls it off, 0-2. We'll see if the bunt is still on for Anderson in an 0-2 count. So far, Anderson 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the ballgame. Here's the pitch from Campos. That is sliced foul behind the Henley dugout on the first base side. Count remains 1-2. Or pardon me, 0-2. Back in the batter's box is Anderson. Here's the delivery from Campos as she twists and fires. Taken for strike 3 called. Campos with another strikeout today. That's her 5th strikeout of the afternoon. The second time Anderson has gone down on strikes. Back to the top of the order for Sheila Butler. Here's the pitch. That is hit into right field and caught on a dive from Alana Benson. My goodness. Laying out and securing the catch for the second out in the inning. That will bring up Sarah Estes. 0 for 2 today, a couple of flyouts. on the ledger for the MAZAMA catcher today. Batting now with 2 outs in the 5th. Here's the pitch from Campos. Taken high. 1-0 the count. Behind us in the baseball game, the Vikings have tied things up at 3, and they are in the 4th inning. Pitch comes inside and misses. 2-0 to Estes. Campos with the pitch. That one is taken for a strike. Campos finding the heater in the zone there. On deck is Kalen Davis, hoping for a chance this inning. 2 balls and a strike to Estes, and the pitch is lifted foul, evens the count at 2. Curveball, strike 3 called. Froze Estes at the dish, and the Vikings go down in order. They trail 9-2, headed to the bottom half of the 5th on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart.
Heather's moment has arrived, and you just hope all that training pays off.
Heather lays down her purchase, but Randy rings it up as slowly as he can.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she's looking at the cigarettes.
There's nothing good back there.
Heather's arm is in motion, but she just grabs the gum off the counter.
That's a slick move.
Even Randy tips his cap to Heather. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally wants you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
And we are ready for the bottom of the 5th inning with Henley leading in this ball game 9-2. Due up this half, it is 7, 8, and 9 in the Hornets order. That's Isabel Birch, Samantha Moore, and Alana Benson. Only 1 base hit between the 3 in the first 4 innings. But we'll see if they can get something cooking for the top 2/3 of the order, which have done lots of damage for the Hornets today. In fact, all of the runs scored and RBIs and all but one of the base hits, one of the 9 base hits Hornets have hit today, come from the first 5 batters in the order. Here's Birch stepping in. Taken for a strike. Birch is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out in the 2nd and 3rd innings. 0-1 count to her now. Here's the pitch from Davis. That is hit foul down the right field line. Oh, to the count to Birch, and that one's taken wide for a ball. 8 strikeouts in the circle today for Davis, all things considered. Not too bad of a metric there, although she has left a couple of meatballs over the plate. 2 home runs for the Henley order today. And, of course, the 9 runs scored. By my count, 8 of them earned. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Birch. Davis ready for the delivery. Check swing, she held up in time, and the count runs full to Isabel Birch. Samantha Moore on deck for the Hornets, who could try and close things out this inning. It is a ground ball towards second. Second baseman up with it is Kirkpatrick onto Nickerson, and the first out in the 5th. Now we'll bring up Samantha Moore, 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout in the ball game thus far. First pitch to Moore. Taken for a strike. Looked like it might have been outside. Moore buckling down. Back of the box for the 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Ground ball to third. Third baseman bobbles it. The throw is not in time. And Moore taking advantage of the fielding error at third. And finds herself aboard with one away for Alana Benson. That is the second error of the day for the Vikings. Pretty good defensive showing from both teams today. Some nice plays in the outfield. And again, only the second error here in the fifth inning. It brings up Alana Benson. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. And a matter of fact, that won't be Benson. We'll see who's hitting here for the Hornets. Here's the first pitch. It's a foul ball. In at the dish for Henley, I believe this is Jillian Vickery. Pitch to Vickery is a ground ball that will be snagged by the shortstop, but a base hit. Great effort by Butcher to lay out for that one. But a single for Vickery. Moore advancing to second. That's what we mean. Great defensive plays in this game, but that one not amounting to an out, but a fantastic effort by Butcher. 2 runners on now for Anna Harper. She has been dangerous at the plate today. Solo home run in the first, a double in the second, or pardon me, in the third. She walked, came around to score in the fourth. Ahead in the count, 1-0. One away. Moore at second, Vickery at first for Harper at the plate. The score 9-2, Hornets lead. The pitch. Harper hits one that doesn't escape the infield. As a matter of fact, caught by Davis. The second out. That'll bring up Annie Campos. Campos today has reached base all 3 times, once on a walk, once on a double, an RBI double in the third. She also reached on an error last inning. The pitch to Campos is in the dirt and low, 1-0. Davis looks in and gathers the sign from Estes. The pitch is hit deep to right field and foul. Count 1-1 to Campos. Campos takes that one low. 2-1 the count to her now. Davis the pitch. Campos takes that one in the dirt. On the move are each of the runners. Advancing to third safely is Moore. Vickery now in at second. 2 away in a 3-1 count to Annie Campos. 2 runners in scoring position, and Henley up by 7. Here's the pitch to Annie. Takes that one high, and the bases are loaded for Lily Fitzpatrick. Second walk earned today by Campos. And we are going to have a runner for her. And still with plenty of substitutions in the Henley order, Lily Fitzpatrick still certainly one of the sticks you want to have in there. She is 2 for 3 today with 3 RBIs, a single in the third, a double in the fourth. She did ground out in the first, but a great opportunity here with the bases loaded and 2 outs for Fitzpatrick. First one's taken low, 1-0. On deck is Natalie Hudson, hoping for a chance this inning. That one is hit high, it is hit deep, there is no doubt about it. A walk-off slam, no, that's foul. Just curved foul according to the home plate umpire. Looked fair by a few feet, but that is the call. 1-1. Groans from the home supporters here for the Hornets, as I think just about everyone besides the umpire thought that was the ball game. Ball and a strike, the count to Fitzpatrick. The bases remain loaded. That one misses low, 2-1. Fitzpatrick ahead in the count, 2-1. 3-1. Patient catcher finds herself in a definite hitter's count as the outfield for the Vikings almost within arm's distance to the outfield fence. The 3-1 pitch to Fitzpatrick is taken for ball 4, and a runner scores as Moore touches the plate. Vickery to third. That'll bring up Natalie Hudson. Score 10-2 with the winning run aboard at second. A base hit from Hudson could win this game. Still 2 away. Here's the pitch. That is hit in the infield. The catch is made, and that will end the inning. Hornets leave the winning run stranded at second, but still lead 10-2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a minute. Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute? When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can. But it's just as important to take time for yourself. AARP can help. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Got a news tip? Send it to us at news@mybasin.com.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Ready to go for the top of the 6th inning. Middle of the Mazama order due up as they have got quite the mountain to climb. Trailing by 8, it's 10-2 in the 6th inning. Kaylin Davis, Margaret Pisano, Armida Kirkpatrick due up for the Vikings as they try to mount a rally. Hornets were on the brink of ending this one early last inning. Left the winning run stranded. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed from Campos. 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch to Davis. Here it is. Taken high. 1-1 from Campos. Henley outfield. Shaded a little bit towards the right. You can see the center fielder, Harper, played quite a bit right of second base. Pitch is fouled back. One and two. The count to Davis. Campos with the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. A little bit late on the fastball is Davis. Count remains 1-2. Davis today is 0 for 1. Struck out in the first, walked in the third. Was left stranded in that third inning. Campos with the pitch. Taken outside, 2-2. Fitzpatrick giving the sign to Campos. Here's the full count pitch. Taken in the dirt. And pardon me, that moves the count full to Davis, 3-2. Ready is Campos. That is hit down the left field line and fair. Good job getting the ball back in. Holds the runner at first. A leadoff single for Kalen Davis. Brings up Margaret Pisano. Pisano today is 0 for 2, strikeout and a fielder's choice thus far as Campos fires in a strike to her. Vikings trying to mount some kind of comeback, not leave all of this to the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, Campos froze up Pisano. 0-2 the count to her. The right-hander delivers. That is hit to right field. Coming on strong is the right fielder Benson, but she can't make the play. A single. And a runner moving up for Pisano. Back-to-back base hits have the Vikings in business in the 6th. Armida Kirkpatrick to bat now 0 for 1 today. She walked and came around to score in the 2nd. Here's the pitch to her. Swings at the high heat and comes up empty. 0-1 the count to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, then Lily Kennel to bat for the Vikes. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Campos. Taken high for a ball. Runners on the move and advancing safely. 2 runners in scoring position now for MAZAMA, and nobody out in the 6th. Campos with the 1-1 pitch, taken for a strike. Good placement on the fastball outside from Campos. 1-2 to the MAZAMA second baseman. And she did strike out in the 3rd inning. Here's Campos' pitch. Lifted, foul, and out of play. Score 10-2 in the top of the 6th inning. Hornets trying to collect their 8th consecutive Skyline Conference victory if they can hold on here. Here we go. Pitch misses high. Good job by Lily Fitzpatrick. Keep it in front of her. Count 2-2 to Kirkpatrick. Low in the dirt, and the count will run full. Kirkpatrick, an opportunity to load up the bases with first base open. Here it is. A ground ball up the middle and into center field. One run is going to score, and that will be it. RBI single for Kirkpatrick, scores Davis. Pisano to third. And 3 straight base hits for the Vikings, trims this lead now 10-3. This brings up Lily Kennel. Runners at the corners. Kennel taking the first pitch. 1-0. Vikings doing exactly what they need to here in this inning. Just continue to get on base. That is how you mount the comeback. It's exactly how the Hornets built this lead. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, Fitzpatrick, a spectacular job of blocking that one, keeping it in front of her. 2-0. Hornets, obviously a little bit of help in building this lead on the couple of home runs that they've had, but those home runs so impactful from the runners being on base. Kennel ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. She is 0 for 1 today with a ground out in the 4th. Here's the pitch from Campos. Taken high, 3-1. Campos command this inning. It's been in question, allowing the Vikings to get into hitters' counts and take advantage. Here's the 3-1. It's a fastball, grounded back to Campos. Underhand toss to first for 1. And that will be the only one the Hornets get as Kirkpatrick advances to second. Pisano stays put at third. And that brings up Brooklyn Nickerson with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out in the 6th. Nickerson today, an RBI single in the 2nd with a ground out in the 4th. Prime opportunity here. The pitch is taken high, 1-0. Continuing to miss high to these righties is Campos. And the Vikings did go 3 innings without recording a base hit. Now have 3 in this inning alone. That pitch is hit into foul territory and out of play. Ball and a strike. Campos back in the circle, twists, kicks, and fires at his hit into shallow left field. The shortstop from Henley Hudson cannot make the play. The throw home is not in time, and the Vikings score another run on the error. As Pisano scores, Kirkpatrick to third. Aboard at first is Nickerson, and that brings up Janet Pena. The score now 10-4 Hornets. And that will bring up Janet Pena. Again, 1 for 2 today, an RBI single in the 2nd. Runners at the corners for the Vikes. The pitch is taken for a strike. Looked like Pena had no intent of swinging at that one, although you don't really blame her with Campos falling behind early in these at-bats. But finding the zone here, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging that time and fouls it back. 0-2 to Pena. On deck is Malaya Anderson. 1 away in the inning. And already 2 runs home for the Vikings. They trail 10-4. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Malia Anderson to bat now 0 for 2 today. A pair of strikeouts to her name in the second and fifth innings. Go a long way here for the Hornets, trying to get out of this one. Campos with the pitch. Swung on and missed, but I believe that was actually a foul ball, so Anderson did get a piece of it. 0-1. Vikings have not had too many opportunities with runners on base today. 3 runners left in scoring position. And that is a strike called on the outer third. 0-2. The count to Anderson. Runner at third is Kirkpatrick. At first is Nickerson. And an 0-2 count to the plate to Anderson. Campos eyes it down. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Campos escapes this inning with a runner left at third. 2 runs home for the Vikings on 3 base hits. They trail 10-4 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Veterans and their families are popular targets for financial fraud. Scammers may try to defraud you through misleading commercials, emails, texts, cold calls, or online ads. They may even pose as someone from VA or an organization providing discounts on fees for services. But VA will never charge you for processing a claim. Do not provide your personal information to anyone other than a VA-accredited representative. To find a representative near you, visit va.gov/find-red.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
After today's big game, it's time to celebrate with Abby's Legendary Pizza. For nearly 60 years, we've been the go-to place for families and teams celebrating all the big plays and great memories. And this season, you can celebrate with Abby's anywhere. Name the spot and we'll deliver legendary pizzas, chicken, salads, and everything you need to feed your team. Order now at abbys.com and we'll see you after the game. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition this and every season.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
We are just about ready to go with the top of the 7th inning. It's Campos in the circle here. The first pitch is taken in the dirt for a ball. Due up this half for MAZAMA at the top of their order. Sheila Butcher, Sarah Estes, and Kaylin Davis. Campos behind in the count, 1-0. That one is taken for a strike, 1-1. Check the score behind us. For the baseball game in the 6th inning, the Henley Hornets lead the Vikings 4-3 in the baseball contest. They'll wrap up that series on Friday as well. Here's the 1-1. Taken for a strike. 1-2, the count to Sheila Butcher. Campos delivers the 2-strike pitch. Rocks, kicks, and fires. In the dirt. Fitzpatrick keeping it in front of her. Count now 2-2. The 2-2 is a ground ball foul down the first base line, so we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Campos receiving the sign from Fitzpatrick. The pitch will miss. It's now 3-2. The full count pitch is lined into center field and is down for a base hit. Vikings staying alive in the 7th inning. A leadoff single for Butcher brings up Sarah Estes. Estes today 0 for 3, a pair of flyouts and a strikeout for her today. Here's the pitch. That is hit in the air into right field. And that is in no man's land and down for a base hit. Rounding second and looking to find the ball, staying put at second, is Butcher. Estes with a base hit for Kaylin Davis. Wouldn't expect anything less from the Vikings. Not going down without a fight, similar to Hidden Valley rallying in the 7th last week. Here's the pitch. Strike one called to Kaylin Davis, the pitcher. Hoping to keep the good times rolling and maybe knock in the first run of this inning with Butcher in scoring position and still nobody out. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss low. Fitzpatrick, fine job of keeping it in front of her. Campos with the pitch. Swung on and missed. Ball and 2 strikes. The count to Davis. Pisano on deck. Campos looking in. Gets the sign from Fitzpatrick. Here's the 1-2. Taken 2-2 as that fastball missed on the outer third. Wind coming in about 8 miles an hour from the west, blowing across the outfield from left to right field. Unlikely to help anything carry out of here unless it really catches a jet stream to left field. 2-2, the count to Davis, the pitch. Taken low, count runs full, a base open. And a 7-run difference between these two ball clubs. It's 11-4 in the 7th inning. Campos back in the circle. Winds and kicks. The pitch swung on and missed. And down goes Davis. That brings up Margaret Pisano. Pisano today is 1 for 3. Struck out in the second. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third and singled in the 6th inning, in which the Vikings scored 2 runs. Cleanup hitter. Just looking to get on base here. It's the best thing she can do. The pitch. One 1-0 now to Pisano after the fastball missed low. Here's Campos with the 1-0 pitch. That is hit into center field. Harper leaping, can't bring it in. 1 run is going to come around to score, and that will be it on the play. Is an RBI double for Margaret Pisano, makes this an 11-5 ball game. Now it's Armida Kirkpatrick to hit for the Vikings. Kirkpatrick takes the first pitch low. 1-0. Two runners in scoring position for Kirkpatrick. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Ball and a strike. Pitch low in the dirt, off speed, had Kirkpatrick reaching for it. The ball and 2 strikes now to the Mazama second baseman. 1 away, 2 runners in scoring position for the Vikes as they trail by 6 in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch from Campos. Ground ball out towards short. Up with it, the throw in time for 1. Estes will score on the play. Advancing to third was Pisano, and so it's now 11-6. Credit Kirkpatrick with the RBI, her second of the day. Brings up Lily Kennel with a runner on third and 2 outs. Pitch misses high. 1-0. Here's Campos. Pitches in the dirt. Fitzpatrick. Nice work staying in front. Kennel back into the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 2-0. Taken for a strike. 2-1. Two outs in the 7th. The pitch from Campos. Hit hard on the ground towards first. Up with it is Birch. She touches the bag, and that will end the ball game. The Hornets coming away with a Game 1 victory against the MAZAMA Vikings, 11-6 in 7 innings. We'll be back with a brief recap after this on MyBasin.com.
This is the MyBasin.com Community Connection, brought to you by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls, giving you an inside scoop of what's going on throughout the basin. It's not too late to sign up for the Bill Collier Ice Arena Summer Camp. There's roller skating, arts and crafts, floor hockey, basketball, soccer, movies, and more. The camp takes place June 19th through August 25th, and this is for 1st through 8th graders. For more information, you can see it at MyBasin.com. The Thin Blue Line Charity Run will take place May 13th out at the Running Wild Ranch. This is in association with National Police Week. They are bringing people together for a 5K and a 10K run or walk to support and interact with our local law enforcement in a positive way. To sign up, you can go to thinbluelinecharityRun.com. And last but not least, Benefit for the Basin is putting on their 2nd annual Dancing in Fashion Mother's Day event. It will be happening May 13th at Growler Guys. All of the proceeds from this show will go to scholarships for the arts for kids. The MyBasin.com Community Connection is brought to you by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls. If you live here, you get it.
Join us at Mountain Mike's Pizza for happy hour every day from 2 to 5 p.m. Enjoy half-price appetizers and beverages and the best pizza around, made with the freshest ingredients. Come on in and watch the game on one of our big screen TVs. Don't have time to drive over? Get your pizza fix delivered anytime with the Mountain Mike's Pizza app. Download it today and save $5 on your very first in-app order. Your favorite pizza, sides, and drinks only a few clicks away on Washburn near the Walmart shopping center. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Why pay a local broker's commission when you can pay a flat fee to a discount internet broker? Here's why. Real estate transactions are hands-on. Lots of moving parts. Parts like lenders, appraisers, tradespeople, a couple dozen different inspectors, maybe even a bureaucrat or two. At the end of the day, the things that a seller needs most are a partner and a buyer. Pay a discounted fee, you get a listing. Pay a local broker, you get a full-time partner and a buyer. Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. Locally owned, nationally known.
Follow the Hornets all season long on MyBasin.com.
Back with you from Henley High School. The final score between the Lady Hornets and the Lady Vikings today is 11-6. Credit the win to Annie Campos today. Another fine performance for the Henley Junior as Henley improves to 8-0 in conference play. The Vikings fall to 3-5. The next time out for the Hornets will be Friday at MAZAMA High School. They will be playing a doubleheader over there. Meantime, for us, we'll be on the air for the baseball game. That'll be happening at Kiger Stadium on Friday afternoon. We'll be with you for each of those two games on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Once again, the final score today from Henley High School, 11-6, with the Hornets remaining undefeated, taking victory from the MAZAMA Vikings. This is Josh Eldridge saying so long from Klamath Falls.
Today's coverage of Henley Hornets softball has been brought to you by Les Schwab Tires, Abby's Legendary Pizza, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, Harbor Isles Tennis and Golf Club, and by Klamath Falls Honda Subaru. Follow the Hornets all season long on the Basin's website, MyBasin.com. Join us next time for more Henley softball on 104.3 and 960, the Basin Sports Leader.